structure. Their government is going to be destroyed at the coming of Yahushua and through the missiles.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Kind. Let me see if I think I have a precept. This is Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord.
Right, exactly.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which destroyest all the earth.
Which that's what America's done.
Mm-hmm. Through its wine, its philosophies. It's Hollywood, it's Christianity, it's democracy.
It's glyphosate.
It's glyphosate.
Poison in the water, poison in the food,
Mm-hmm.
poison in the minds of the people. You got all type of people having different birth defects. You got spraying Agent Orange over on the Vietnamese. Everybody having, people's heart can't work. Their cardiovascular system is completely destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Their vegetables can't grow properly in certain areas. It just destroyed everything. I mean, the list goes on. I'm not about to keep going because I just be talking about stuff they destroyed all night. Go ahead.
It says, which destroyest all the earth.
Yeah, all the earth.
Mm-hmm.
God, man, it's a lot. Go ahead.
Yeah, and by the way, that destroying mountain is linking up to the mountain in that great mountain in Revelation 8:8, which is America.
Yeah.
All right. It says, and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain.
And a burnt mountain, which is through the fire and brimstone, through the missiles. And we also know that's the nation of Edom because when you go to the book of Obadiah, it tells you they dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Dwelling in the cliffs of the rock is not talking about, I mean, you can apply it historically to, yes, they were in the caves, but in that context is more so prophetically, it's talking about they're in a high position. A lofty position, you know what I'm saying? Because a cleft of the rock, that's talking about you're in a fortress. You know what I'm saying? You're in a position of protection. Like people always built their citadels and their in mountains and on high in mountains so the enemy can't come and kill them. So they can't get flooded. With troops and naturally get flooded. That's what it's going into. Mm-hmm. That's why I say he gonna bring thee down. It's not talking about bring you down from the caves. It's talking about like bring you down from your high position, from the cliffs of the rock. Mm-hmm. Bring you low to hell, to a low condition. Mm-hmm.
Where you belong,
right,
and where you came from.
Right.
It says, going back to Revelation 8 and. I'll reread verse 8. And the second angel sounded, and as it were, a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. Mm-hmm. And the third part, and that's also going into the sons of the wicked. That's when it's speaking about third part, which is Esau, Edom. Mm-hmm. It says, and the third part of the creatures, which were in the sea and had life, died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. Mm-hmm. So, if I'm not saying the sea is talking about the poisoning of the sea, man, through the radiation of the ICBM missiles, contamination of the sea.
It's gonna kill off a lot of people, and it's gonna kill off a lot of the wildlife.
Yeah. It says, verse 10, Revelation 8 and 10, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven.
And the third part, why? Because the sea that's surrounding America, and because America is the one that's going to really be hit with the missiles. Mm-hmm. So the sea and the ships that's around America, that's the portion that's going to be, mainly affected. Because the earth isn't going to be destroyed, but certain parts is going to be contaminated for a while. But the Lord is going to make everything new in the kingdom. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 10, Revelation 8 and 10, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning, as it were, a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood.
Right. Which goes back to Chernobyl. It goes back to bitter.
Mm-hmm. Contamination.
Contamination, which in the Hebrew, mar, mean bitter. like poison.
Yeah, radioactive.
Yeah.
And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Yeah. America goes back to the word bitter. Mara, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Americano. Yeah, which America that Latin word that America comes from derives from the Hebrew word mar, which means bitter.
Mar.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, verse 12, Revelation 8 and 12, and the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. Right? So the sun, the moon, and the stars goes into wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Isaiah the 47th chapter, come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. There is no throne. It speaks about thy stargazers and thy monthly prognosticators are going to be confounded. You know, the Lord's going to dim out. He's going to take out. He's going to out brief candle them. You know what I'm saying? He's going to Macbeth them. You know, you know,
Right.
because it was only because he's, you know, but my time is short.
Yeah.
You know, that's Esau. His time, you know, he know if his time is short.
Yeah.
You know, so he's gonna, you know, he's gonna do what he tries to do, which is live by the sword. But Yahweh Shah is about to return and redeem his elect.
Right.
That's just what is gonna happen.
And destroy them at the same time.
Right.
You know, and send what's left over into captivity. So when it says here in verse 12, so as the third part of them was darkened, you know, yeah, you know, as a brother was saying, you know, they ain't gonna have no way out. You know, you know, it was their wisdom and teaming. No, you know, they're gonna
It's
be
counsel. Yeah, right. And
There's no more wisdom and teaming.
Exactly.
Verse 13, Revelation 8 and 13. This is the last verse.
Okay.
And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound.
And those woes, you can touch up on it, but those woes are speaking of World War I, World War II, and World War III. That's what that's prophetically speaking about. Showing you that the Third World War is the last war. You know?
I got a note here that says war is going to start in the seas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there was a lot of talking about the seas in this chapter, and that makes sense.
Which is the nations,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, whoa. Third World War.
Right, and that's going to be in the Levant region, and the Apostle Gabar often says the Gulf of
Suez.
I believe the Gulf of Suez. That's the Gulf of Suez, by Iran. Is that the Gulf of Suez? Yeah.
The Suez Canal.
No, that's over there in is that the Suez? I think that's more so over there by Egypt, right? Let me look it up.
Oh,
no, he's talking. No, it's the Persian Gulf.
Persian Gulf.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
Salaki.
Yeah, so he often speaks about that war of Armageddon being initiated and fought. He notes it as the Persian Gulf, which that's true is going to be in that region of the Persian Gulf, but the landmass of the Valley of Jehoshaphat, if I may, is going to be fought in the Levant, you know, which is the Middle East, you know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So, Lord willing, I was edifying, giving all glory, honor, and praise to
Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai,
Ba'Hashem,
Ba'Chakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Teach you well. And shalom to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.